SpongeBob's world is full of funny gags and incredible moments, but have you seen errors like these? Maybe if you're a longtime SpongeBob fan, you might have been able to find some of these animation errors. In case you didn't, get ready, because here are some animation errors that you can find in SpongeBob SquarePants.
This is Perch Perkins. Ow! For Bikini Bottom News.
Who would have thought that some prehistoric sponge would cause that much trouble? After an old sponge man gets found and unfrozen in Bikini Bottom, the inhabitants of the best city under the sea had to face a very big threat that only our favorite hero could beat. But let's look at this scene from the end of the episode. Spongy might have spent all the episode wreaking havoc all across Bikini Bottom until SpongeBob got him in the right way and befriended him. In this scene, the news went to ask Spongy some questions, and in his typical prehistoric fashion, he broke the camera and even the fourth wall. It's in this exact same moment where you can find that after he supposedly breaks the camera's glass, his pants become transparent for a small number of frames.
What are y'all doing out here? You should just go home.
We can't go home. There's no Krabby Patties at home. I need my Krabby Patties, man. You gotta help me!
Did you know that Larry the Lobster was in charge of the Krusty Krab in this episode? Mr. Krabs decided that he needed some time off and that he earned some vacation. And who did he decide to leave in charge? Larry the Lobster. Being as obsessed as he is with exercise and health, Larry decided to do a 180-degree switch and transform the Krusty Krab into a healthy restaurant. Let's jump into this scene. People got scared and desperate after knowing that they won't make Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab anymore. But this fish took the problem to the next level. After he screamed that there weren't any more Krabby Patties in town, one of his eyebrows changed from black to blue for a small frame. What a cool episode.
All right, Chimney, prepare to be swept. Hoink, hoink, hoink. There you are. Fine. Good as new.
Poor SpongeBob, he got stuck on the Krusty Krab's roof. After being charged with cleaning the Krusty Krab's rooftop, SpongeBob discovers that he is afraid of heights and that he is unable to jump back to the floor of the restaurant. Poor SpongeBob could be traumatized by this, but let's look at this cool detail from the episode. If you take a good look at the restaurant's roof, you can see that in every shot that SpongeBob is up there, the roof is missing its antenna.
And 3, 2.
Oh, my cranium.
I told myself I'd never eat here.
Oh, boy. So much for lab-grown patties.
Everything went wrong with this new Krabby Patty formula. After trying the new formula, all the inhabitants of Bikini Bottom transform into beastly monsters. This looks like a horror movie. After a long and terrifying day in our favorite city, our heroes find a cure for the weird formula and everyone returns to their usual form. Let's look at this moment from the ending of the episode. It seems like everyone was recuperating from the disease that these weird burgers created, but if you look at Sandy, you'll probably have a different thought because she's missing her tail. Maybe she needed more time to completely regain her faculties.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh, buddies.
This little bunny caused SpongeBob a lot of trouble. After ravaging his garden, SpongeBob decides to adopt a little bunny that was causing big problems in his house because he finds the little creature very cute. As you will probably know, introducing a new pet to a new house is always tough, especially if you have Patrick as your best friend. Speaking of Patrick, let's look at this scene. Do you know what Patrick was doing hidden behind SpongeBob's paper wall? Well, this isn't the strangest thing around, because when Patrick goes through the wall, he becomes blue for a couple of frames instead of his usual pink. Such a cool error.
It's okay to have an imaginary friend. Lots of people do. You two have fun now, you hear?
What is going on around here? I was so excited to introduce you to my friends, but now they're all acting strange.
I hate to see you so upset, SpongeBob.
First, it was a sea bunny. Now it's a big, fluffy hamster. SpongeBob has a very special taste when it comes to pets, and in this episode, he brought that to the next level after befriending a giant hamster. This friendship was super beautiful and left us with many cool moments, but we chose a very special scene. Our little big friend played a very important role in the episode, and it caused a lot of problems to some of Bikini Bottom's most known neighbors, including Sandy. Sandy came to take a look at what both SpongeBob and Cuddles were doing. We discovered that the hamster's hat appeared and disappeared between scenes. His outfit was so cool that it got erased.
Sorry. Stepped on my tail.
What are you wearing?
I'm a cat burglar. Okay, I'll change. I'm standing still. I'm not even doing anything.
Look out, everybody! Somebody's trying to steal the secret formula. We know that Plankton has a big obsession with the secret formula, and he came up really close to achieving his mission of stealing it. First, in this scene, we can see that SpongeBob is missing his eyelashes, and in this scene, we can find a very cool error, because Squidward's nose is misplaced, and it's behind his mouth.
I'll be right back with more mustard. Let's see. Ketchup, mayonnaise, oh, mustard.
Did you use up all me mustard?
There's no more mustard at the Krusty Krab. After using every single ounce of mustard that the Krusty Krab had to offer, our heroes need to replenish the restaurant's supplies. To solve this, Mr. Krabs sends our heroes to the depths of Bikini Bottom to get more quantities of this delicious substance. But this scene is very suspicious. This episode was all about our favorite guys trying to get more mustard, but if you look at the back of the kitchen, you can see that a tank full of mustard was already there. So what's the meaning behind searching for more mustard? We will never know.
Why didn't I think of that?
SpongeBob had to do a small shopping list, but someone is following his steps. Sandy and SpongeBob had a very important mission to achieve, to buy some ingredients for the Krusty Krab, and they had Plankton stalking their mission. Also, one of the coolest cameos of the episode is that we can see the appearance of the fantastic Yeti Crab, and he is the protagonist of our next error. When they go inside the Yeti Crab's cave, we see that it has a picture of itself on the background of the cave, but depending on which scene we're looking at, the picture constantly changes its position.
Huh? Potatoes?
Potatoes!
Oh boy! We can be farming buddies!
Seems like our protagonist is loving his best farmer life. SpongeBob and Patrick decided to spend a great day in Old Man Jenkins' farm so they could learn how life on a farm is. Being the fantastic guy that he is, SpongeBob adapted really quickly to this situation and gave us some very funny moments with this situation. In this scene, we see that SpongeBob is enjoying his best farming life, and you know what? Something is missing from his attire. When SpongeBob gets stretched after getting hit with a bag, we see that his trademark tie completely disappears from his attire. SpongeBob is an ever-changing man.
We watched that bit. We're dumb as a box of rocks. But God forbidding, we'll be there winning. Has anyone seen my socks?
To the mini boats! To the mini boats!
So, Patrick introduced SpongeBob to his secret society. We've always known that Patrick has some secrets hidden behind his persona, but what about being a member of a strange society? If this wasn't strange enough, let's look at this moment from the episode. We see that everyone in the Empty Head Society is celebrating a big party with SpongeBob, but what we didn't see is that Patrick's teeth turned yellow for a small frame. This episode showed us many weird situations, but this is probably one of the weirdest to date.
Nice moves. The student has surpassed the master.
Whoa, Gary got some legs in this episode. Imagine that you want to strengthen your relationship with your pet and you end up giving him a pair of legs. That's exactly what SpongeBob did in this episode. After SpongeBob gives him some legs, Gary discovers a new talent and he starts to develop his dancing career. In this scene, we see that SpongeBob and Gary are dancing in their living room, but something strange seems to happen to SpongeBob's teeth. After rocking some great dancing moves, we see that SpongeBob's teeth turn yellow for a small frame. This is not the first time that we see these kinds of errors, but for sure, they are funny.
Oh, now don't be scared. SpongeBob knows just what a growing storm cloud needs. Hot steam. Mwah!
We're accustomed to seeing SpongeBob befriending some weird creatures, but this time he befriended a small storm cloud. After getting hunted by a mad and crazy weatherman, this little cloud encounters his best friend possible in SpongeBob. And our protagonist protected this little being from getting caught and tortured. SpongeBob is a great and humble sponge for sure. Let's take a look at this scene. Remember that we told you about seeing SpongeBob with yellow teeth? Well, this is another example of that. In this scene, SpongeBob is trying to calm this little cloud down and encouraging him to get close to SpongeBob. The same moment that he's doing that, his teeth turned yellow again.
Almost an hour, he says.
Exact change. Exactly. Late.
Oh, brother.
Squidward wanted to switch jobs so he could take a little break from seeing SpongeBob at work. After switching jobs with a bus driver, Squidward starts to enjoy his new workplace until he has to drive SpongeBob and Patrick from one place to another. And obviously, they start to cause chaos inside his bus. This scene really caught our attention. You know why? Because if you take a look at this scene, we cannot see SpongeBob's house next to Patrick and Squidward's home. Our favorite pineapple is gone forever. There you have it, SpongeBob fans. Those are some animation errors that you can find in your favorite show. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel so we can provide you with even funnier SpongeBob content. Until the next time, goodbye.